thunderstorm warning for southeastern Tipton County and western Tennessee, Fayette County and western Tennessee, northwestern Hardeman County and western Tennessee, southern Haywood County and western Tennessee, southwestern Madison County and west Tennessee, and eastern Shelby County. Now this is until 2 o'clock. So here you see this area in the polygon right along Interstate 40, the leading line of these strong storms, producing winds in excess of around 50 miles per hour. There have been a history of 60-mile-per-hour winds along with small hail. This is what we've been tracking since early this morning, and the movement continues to take it to the east. Now we're watching this line of storms that stretch all the way just east of Dyersburg, cutting down through Covington. The areas that you see here in the white, this is a possibility of encountering some hail, and along with a lot of heavy rainfall. You can see the precipitation rate 1.66 inches of rain per hour. So if you're about to head out, I would recommend staying indoors right now. The line of these storms will move toward Fisherville around 1:30, now moving toward Oakland around 1:34, Summerville 1:47, Whiteville at 2 o'clock, 2:11 Jackson, Tennessee, and around 2:17 for Bolivar. On Interstate 22 down through Holly Springs, they're encountering a lot of heavy showers and thunderstorm activity that is basically reducing your driving visibility. And with these strong gusty winds, what we're concerned about is a possibility of some vorticity even in the upper atmosphere right now. Therefore, a tornado watch remains in effect until around 6 o'clock for tonight for all the areas that you see here shaded in red, including Blytheville, Harrisburg, Forest City, Arkansas, Tunica, Holly Springs, and over toward Oxford, including the city of Memphis, and over toward Jackson, Tennessee. If your travels take you east on I-40, you're encountering some heavy showers. Traveling down south on I-55 toward Holly Springs, Hernando, and down toward Oxford, we have this line of thunderstorms moving slowly and actually very quickly off to the east. Wind advisory remains in effect until 9 o'clock for tonight, until these line of storms continue to move eastward. Here you see that the box that we're concerned with, it has the line of showers providing the strongest wind right now. Some reports of small hail that we saw earlier on the Arkansas TDOT camera and the Tennessee TDOT camera showing that we did have some hail earlier. The 24-hour temperature change as this frontal system pushes through the region, you can see we've already dropped about 11 degrees out ahead of the system. Temperatures are so warm, the air is humid. The two major ingredients needed for severe thunderstorms, what we've got going on right now, are circulation in the upper atmosphere and warm, moist, humid air. A lot of energy. We've got two of them into play right now. So far, we picked up over half an inch of rainfall for Forest City, Jonesboro close to an inch of rainfall, for Memphis 31/100ths of an inch of rainfall, and more showers continuing as this line moves quickly off to the east. Here's a look at so far wind gusts. 41 miles per hour wind gusts across Truman, Arkansas. In Memphis, reports of 36-mile-per-hour strong winds. Corinth around 39, Clarkston, Mississippi 32, and around 33 miles per hour for Blytheville. So this is the reason why we're encouraging for you to stay home until around 2 o'clock when this line continues to move off to the east. Showers, thunderstorms extending all the way up from the Ohio River Valley, now cutting through the Tennessee River Valley, pulling down into Dyersburg from Covington down to Memphis, following the line of the Mississippi River, slowly pulling from west to east. You can see that we still have quite a bit of cloud coverage back behind it. The clouds have been working in our favor today, and along with the heavy showers, but it's these gusty winds with this line of strong thunderstorms that we're concerned about right now. And the areas that we're concerned are right along Interstate 40. The 240 loop, a lot of heavy rainfall. So if you're at home right now, we do encourage you to stay home. High profile vehicles might have a hard time, and we're just dealing with all of the ice storm damage. So we still have a lot of trees that could be uprooted with these gusty winds and all the heavy rainfall that we're experiencing right now. So this is something that we are primarily concerned with the strong winds and the heavy rain, whether or not we'll see more power outages down trees and down power limbs and down tree limbs. So zooming in a little closer, from 385 all the way through to 69, you can see this is a leading edge of this storm system. As the line continues to quickly move off to the east, there's a reason why the National Weather Service has targeted this area and portions of eastern Shelby County, and then moving into Oakland, Mason, and headed toward Collierville right now. So if you are about to think about getting out, I'd rather you stay in right now, at least until 2 o'clock, because this is a quick moving system. And this is what we're watching as this line pushes to the east. It's packing quite a punch. It's already moved through downtown Memphis. So you can see that the winds aren't quite as strong back behind it, but boy, out ahead of it. Really gusty winds upward of 50 to 60 miles per hour. That's a reason why we're on air right now. With our tower cam of Whitten Road and I-40, the view is being obstructed because of all the heavy rain that's moving across the area right now. The heavy rain in combination with the gusty winds is a reason why we are on. And we'll go wall to wall until they begin to cancel this severe thunderstorm warning. Right now, no tornadic activity has been associated with the system. We're watching to see if there's any circulation, but there isn't. What's the primary concern are those gusty winds, reports of hail, and the excessive rainfall. So therefore, that severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect and around 2 o'clock. Here you can see where the line of storms stretch from I-40 up toward Jackson, back toward Covington, including Memphis, south on I-55, now pulling through Tunica, Clarksdale, Mississippi. Eventually, this is going to move in toward Bolivar, Holly Springs, Corinth, and Jackson. So the areas that we're still concerned for Shelby County is going to be pulling into Germantown and in Collierville right now. Jim is putting on the storm track showing that it will reach Collierville around 1:30, Somerville at 1:49, Huntersville 1:57, Jackson, Tennessee reach you around 2:10, Bolivar 2:21, and Pinson around 2:33. Back behind it, this quick moving system is showing that a lot of the rain has tapered off for West Memphis, but is now pulling into Memphis and Hernando, Mississippi, moving toward Rossville. Will reach Salisbury, Brownsville, and over toward Jackson and Darden as well. Showers tapering off back behind the system in Osceola, and then north on I-55 moving through Dyersburg as well. Hernando, Mississippi now having reports of heavy rainfall. We haven't received any damage reports as of yet, but this is a reason why the National Service is paying close attention. And now we see an additional severe thunderstorm warning that extends from Covington and then up toward Jackson, Tennessee. Now this remains in effect until around 2 o'clock. Yeah, so that includes Jackson. Again, this is the area that we were just talking about, east on I-40, headed into Jackson and in Middle Tennessee. So it still covers eastern portions of Shelby County, just to the east of Arlington and Lakeland, and covering all of Fayette County, moving into Bolivar, Jackson, Tennessee, just to the east of Covington. And we do have some power outages that have been reported. About 500 folks have been in the dark right now due to, more than likely, seeing these strong winds and excessive rainfall. Now, we've picked up upwards of an inch of rain in some locations of Arkansas, and with this system pulling through the area, that is the reason why we're concerned. The excessive rainfall and the damaging winds upward of 50 to 60 miles per hour, taking down tree limbs that may have already been damaged from the recent ice storm, could possibly uproot trees at the roots as well, and then that's talking about down power lines. Something that we didn't want to see, something that we're tracking and will continue to track until this line continues to move off to the east. So you're taking a look once again at the area shaded in red. That is a tornado watch. That remains in effect until around 6 o'clock tonight. What you're looking at with the polygons and the orange, these are severe thunderstorm warnings. They are not tornado warnings. So that's some good news, but can still do quite a bit of damage with these winds and the excessive rainfall. The wind advisory area is all shaded in the entire News Channel 3 viewing area until 9 o'clock tonight, and that's when we're expecting the system to clear the entire viewing area. Now here's a look at the local storm reports. So we haven't had reports from the storms. However, down power lines, that's definitely coming into play with a locally heavy rainfall. We'll be watching this weather throughout the afternoon. You take a look back behind this system. Temperatures warmed ahead of the front into the 70s, and now we're having cooler air back behind it. So you're seeing anywhere between a 4 to 11 degree temperature drop as the winds are beginning to change and two different air masses come into clash. Of course, we know that temperature 71 this time of the year shouldn't be into play. Now we're talking about cooler air building and back behind it. And because we're seeing temperatures drop off into the 20s by tomorrow morning, they have a warming center that has been opened as well for tonight. Here's a look at accumulated rainfall. Jonesboro, nearly an inch of rain along with this line of storms. You can see that Forest City, which right now the rain has tapered off, picked up over ½ an inch of rainfall. Little Rock, Arkansas, 2 inches of rain. Now this line is holding through and it's moving pretty fast. Memphis, 31/100ths of an inch of rain. Here's a look at your wind gusts. For Truman, Arkansas, they had winds upward of around 41 miles per hour. And they could also see sustained winds from around 15 to 20 miles per hour with winds gusting up to around 36. That's why the combination with the locally heavy rainfall and the strong winds could wreak havoc on power lines. Here's a look at the river cam off Channel 3 Drive. You can see some saturated ground. You can see that the trees aren't blowing quite as much back behind it, Jim, but something that the line out ahead is definitely what we're watching as it continues to move through the area.
And it has. We showed it a little while ago around 1 o'clock. You couldn't see the bridge.
Right.
You couldn't see the trees. It was that intense as far as the rainfall is concerned. And so really what we can say is at this point in time, the heaviest thunderstorm activity is through the Mid-South. We're done, or through the Memphis area rather. We're done with the storm system as it is. It's got more thunderstorms east of us and in the News Channel 3 viewing area. But for a downtown area like right now, we're going to be calming down. We're going to see a little residual rain, certainly a lot of wind. That wind advisory does continue for parts of the Mid-South until 9 o'clock this evening. Here's a look at Tower Cam at I-40 and Whitten Road. We're seeing that a little bit less rainfall full, and you can see the rain off to the distance along the horizon, but certainly cloudy skies are going to stay with us, and that's what's in the forecast for tonight, clearing skies. But the important part is we have a severe thunderstorm warning here from Shelby County, eastern Shelby County, into Fayette County, Hardeman County, parts of Madison County, parts of Tipton County as well, until 2 o'clock. And there's another one just to the north of that through Haywood County and Crockett County and northern Madison County as we take a look at that. Now, as we take a look at the shower and thunderstorm activity, let's take a look. And Wendy, let's go ahead and move this line to where the line, the heaviest rainfall is on radar at the present time. This is an old track, but we want you to be prepared for this severe weather should it visit your area. No tornado warnings as of yet. We're under that tornado watch until 6 o'clock, and already a couple of counties have been dropped off of that watch in parts of Arkansas. But this particular line from here, Haywood County and Brownsville, down to around Fayette County, moving off to the east, northeast at about 60 miles per hour, puts this line in Collierville at 137, Whiteville at 154, Jackson 159, Bolivar 210, 225 in Lexington, and Darnell mile at 2:37. Now, we want you to be prepared for this bad weather. No tornado warnings as of yet. Severe thunderstorm warnings now. We've had a couple, about 3, I think. But the tornado watch goes on until 6 o'clock, and I would imagine that's going to be, the counties are going to be dropped off of that as this line of thunderstorms, this very heavy line of thunderstorms, continues to move very quickly to the northeast at about 60 miles per hour. But now's a good time to review with your family where you're going to be should the weather get totally bad with a tornado warning. No tornado warnings yet, but should we have those, you need to gather your family, if you are within that polygon, into the lowest floor of the building that you're in. If your home only has one floor, you're on the lowest floor. You want to get in the center. You want to get into a small room like a bathroom with no window, or a closet with no windows. Some closets have windows, believe it or not. Close the door, get down on your hands and knees, put your head between your knees and your hands over the back of your head and elbows over your ears. So that's what you want to do when there's a tornado. Certainly we don't have that as of yet, but a tornado watch means we're watching out for a tornado because all the ingredients are in the atmosphere. Certainly we've got heavy thunderstorms, we've got high winds, we've got locations of hail, as Wendy pointed out, here along Interstate 40 north of Mason and points north of that as well. When you have these type of ingredients in the atmosphere, you have the potential for tornado development. Hopefully we won't get that. Yesterday, Tim spent quite a bit of time on the air talking about if we had cleared skies, or skies that even cleared temporarily, that would infuse the atmosphere with warmer temperatures, making us even more unstable. And believe me, the atmosphere is very unstable right now, and that might be enough to give us some tornadoes. We're not through the woods yet. We have to get through the severe thunderstorm warnings that we've got here in Shelby County in West Tennessee. We've got to get through the tornado watch, which goes on until 6 o'clock. But again, as Wendy pointed out, we're already seeing the rain ending over here in eastern Arkansas, parts of Wynne and St. Francis County, Poinsett County as well. Dry at the present time, certainly not clear. They've got a lot of cloud cover, but as the shower and thunderstorm activity moves off to the northeast, should be in Somerville at 147, Whiteville at 158, Jackson at 205, Bolivar 213, Henderson 229, and Lexington at 236. So we're going to continue to monitor the situation for you. We've got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings going on right now, one up here in Haywood County, Crockett County, Madison County, and Gibson County, and then another one here in eastern Shelby County, Fayette County, Hardeman County, Madison County, southern parts of Haywood County, and the southeastern corner of Tipton County as well. That goes on until 2 o'clock. Both of them do, as a matter of fact. The one in Shelby County and Fayette County, and the one to the north, both expire at 2 o'clock. So hopefully we'll be off the air and you can get back to regular programming in your regular life at that point. But the tornado watch does continue, and that's all this area of red, including the areas of the severe thunderstorm warnings from Lee County down into Phillips County. And we're seeing, again, some of these counties, St. Francis County, parts of Poinsett County taken out of the tornado watch until 6 o'clock, and I would imagine the next counties to be taken out will be here along the Mississippi River over in Arkansas, and then after that to the west. But hopefully this will all be really the models that we've been looking at, Wendy and I have been looking at today, clear this area. Wendy, 2, 3 o'clock, clear the News Channel 3 viewing area. So certainly by the time we hit the air at 4 o'clock, we will have all these heavy thunderstorms out of the way. We're still going to have some cloudiness. We're still going to have some high winds, and that is really of a concern because the trees and branches were weakened considerably by the recent ice storm that put everybody out of power, and now whatever's left is just barely hanging on. And when you have winds up to 41 miles per hour, you've got a problem. Now temperatures are going to cool considerably, called the weekend cool or cold coming up last night, but we had temperatures in the 70s the last several days, and when the temperature even drops to the 50s, that's going to feel colder than the 70s. Very unusual weather. In the springtime, we have so much severe weather because there's this violent turns of temperature, and we're seeing that now in February. And as far as the rainfall is concerned, the models were a little generous early on, but a little bit closer to rainfall totals. This is hasn't been updated in a few minutes, but about 1/3 of an inch in Memphis, about 1/2 an inch, 3/4 of an inch in Forest City. Blytheville getting a little over an inch of rain, almost an inch of rain. Truman is 41-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We've had 36-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Memphis and in Oxford today, 39 miles per hour in Corinth, 29 in Dyersburg, 33 in Blytheville, and in Bolivar, and then also Clarksdale about 32-mile-an-hour winds. I'm told that we've got a crash on one of the. Okay. Winchester just happened. Where there it is. You see it on the air this is the, I'm sorry, Winchester and I-240. 385, I'm sorry, 385 in Winchester. Okay, so that's a well-traveled area, and you're seeing the result of that increased traffic. Be extra careful out there today, not only with the heavy rain, but the high winds as well. And of course, we do have that tornado watch until 6 o'clock this evening. As we take a look, we want to show you the jet stream as well, complementing and adding more ingredients to this severe weather situation coming strongly out of Texas into the Mid-South. The line of blue that you see here, the area of blue, are some cold temperatures. Those cold temperatures heading into the Mid-South. Later on this evening, we'll get temperatures down close to the freezing mark, if not colder than that. Certainly wind chill factors down into the teens with the high winds that we've got. So we're going to continue to watch this storm system, and with this very cold air coming in, the wild swing of temperatures helps to contribute to our severe weather situation, just like it does in the spring. And so with temperatures in the 70s earlier this week, temperatures will be falling through the 60s and 50s, even 40s overnight tonight, with some incredibly low wind chill factors as well. Could be even down to single digits in some parts of the Mid-South. Wendy, why don't you go ahead and start the program again. Just go ahead and hit escape and then start Play Forever again, and we'll go back to the top and do this all over again. We've got a few more minutes,
Sure.
about 17 minutes, 16, 17 minutes left in this severe thunderstorm warning that we've got going on. Again, this is the day planner. This is for 11 o'clock this evening, and temperatures down to 30 degrees and 20, so we're going to get below freezing tonight. And as we check the River Cam 3, we're seeing a little bit of rain there, but mostly cloudy skies with the winds that we had today. Some people thought that we might see some whitecaps in the Mississippi River, which we would if the winds were so high. They were high enough, but when that was happening, our view was obscured by all the rainfall. Looking drier out east as well from I-40 to Whitten Road. We do have the severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for eastern Shelby County, but a portion of that has been shaved off of Shelby County and Haywood County, Tipton, and parts of Tipton County as well. There's the line of thunderstorms. Let's go ahead and redraw that, Wendy, and show us where the latest time of arrival is on this line of thunderstorms. But you can see on radar here, even in Shelby County, we've got some dry spots that are working its way in. So this is the last line. The cold front is right behind this line of heavy thunderstorms, and that's why we're seeing the rain end. We've got the colder and drier air moving on in. This particular line of thunderstorms, the heaviest that we've got in the storm system right now, is going to be in Somerville at 144, Jackson 202, Bolivar 209. It will be in Henderson 224, Lexington 230, and Darden at 244. Let's go down, Wendy, down into Mississippi. We've got some pretty good thunderstorms going on in Tate County at the present time. I want to track those. So let's go ahead and go a little bit further to the south and take a look from DeSoto County down into Quitman County and track those storms as well. There is not a severe thunderstorm warning with those storms. They're not quite as intense, but we did have 54-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Millington. I'm sure the wind is gusting up here from Hernando, but let's do a storm track on that, Wendy, with some thunderstorms. Not a lot of lightning associated with these thunderstorms, but certainly some, and that's something you need to be paying attention to as well. These moving off to the northeast at about 60 miles per hour should be in Sardis at 148, Holly Springs at 206. Abbeville at 214, Ashland at 223, Blue Mountain at 239, and in Ripley at 241. So we've still got more thunderstorm activity to go across North Mississippi, off to the northeast at about 60 miles per hour. Going that fast, certainly by the 4 o'clock news tonight, we'll be pretty much done with the thunderstorm activity, and hopefully that tornado watch will be expired by before 6 o'clock tonight and just canceled out by the National Weather Service. But again, the heaviest activity from Hernando now to Rossville, up to Brownsville, and moving off to the northeast at about 60 miles per hour. These specks of white that you see here along Highway 70, that's the potential for some hail in the atmosphere going on right now. And certainly that was one of the concerns with this storm, that it might start off with a hailstorm and then end up with very high winds and heavy rainfall, the possibility of tornadoes. And the possibility of tornadoes still does exist. We're in a tornado watch. Certain ingredients are in the atmosphere to make us watch out for tornadoes. And believe me, the National Weather Service has their Skywarn spotters volunteers out in this bad weather, spotting and trying to see if they can see any tornado activity. Yes, Wendy?
Mentioned that there's a report of trees down on downtown Jackson at Juvenile Court on several cars. That's in Jackson, in downtown Jackson. There's also reports of trees down on Highway 70 as well, and Cedar Grove is blocking one lane. And I have also had reports from my phone saying that I'm without power even at my house. So there are many folks that are out without power due to all this heavy rainfall. I'm going to zoom in on some of these areas that we're concerned about. So near Hillville and Whiteville, near Toone and Bolivar and Hornsby. Now you've got some heavy rain, but it's the line of showers and thunderstorms off 64 near Somerville, Oakland, and in Williston, down in Fisherville, now pulling through Collierville. So if you're in Collierville and Germantown right now, you are experiencing all that heavy rainfall. And with the strong winds gusting up to around 50 to 60 miles per hour, that's a reason why I'm without power right now at my house, and others might end up the same as well. Over 500 people so far without power. Here's an area that Jim was just telling you about right here, where the locally heavy rain is falling. And to see the darker area shaded near Winchester Boulevard and on South Byhalia Road and Holmes Road. This is where they could see some potential of hail as well. Near South Rowlett Street and in Collierville, right off Collierville, Arlington. Now, right around here is where the high school is, off Quinn Road. So here's where the high school is. Here's where the elementary school, one of the elementary schools, is at the moment. So they haven't received all the heavy rain and the strong gusty winds yet, but they will be as this continues to move off to the east near Piperton and Rossville. So in Collierville, here's Collierville Arlington Road, and north on 269 and Peterson Lake Road. And the reason why I'm focusing in on this area, because you can see this darker shade, almost like this burgundy, is probably where we'll see some hail and some reports. So the tornado watch remains in effect until 6 o'clock tonight. I'm going to pull out because this is not just the only area that we're concerned with, but that's where right now we could see some hail. Also near Oakland and up pulling into Warren, Griffin, just moving out of Lambert to Somerville and Laconia near Fayette Corners. This line of strong, heavy rainfall, strong winds upward of 60 miles per hour, continuing to march off to the east. I'm going to put a storm track on here, so you can see some of the leading edge down through Hernando and in toward Holly Springs. It's moving to the east, moving quickly at around 60 miles an hour. That'll move toward Whiteville at 158, Jackson at 207, Bolivar at 217, 229 Henderson, Tennessee, Lexington 237, and 250 for Darden, Jim.
Right now, we've got a couple of our reporters out in the storm system, and we have our own Jordan James, who is on 385, and I imagine very close to that accident. Jordan, what have you got for us?
Hey Jim, we're on 385 right now, and the rain is really starting to come down. I'm going to flip the camera to give you a look at what we're seeing. As you can see, the road conditions are very slick. We passed a handful of car accidents, as we assume have happened as a result of the weather. I've seen several TDOT crews spread all across the city. They have these signs up that say reduce your speed as a result of the wet conditions. And when the weather gets like this, you definitely want to take it easy on the road, because we are starting to see some small slick spots and water starting to pond in different locations. As you guys have been saying, the good thing about this storm is it's expected to, move through the area pretty quickly, but we have seen the impact of this rain with a few accidents that are happening. At times we have noticed that visibility has been an issue because we get those certain bursts of rainfall, which makes it very difficult, and we do start to experience some of that strong wind moving across the area that causes our vehicle to rock just a little bit. Again, if you are going to be out somewhere, take it easy on the roads right now. If you take your time, it shouldn't be too bad, but then again, it doesn't take much water to cause an accident on the roadways. Back to you guys in studio.
All right, thank you very much, Jordan. Keep safe out there. And that's one of the things we want to emphasize is stay off the roads if you can. Not only do we have this heavy rain, but also the possibility of flooding. We've got the very high winds. We've got the wind advisory until 9 o'clock tonight. And we still have that tornado watch until 6 o'clock this evening. Wendy, you were telling me something about the severe thunderstorm warning?
Service has expired. The severe thunderstorm warning for Fayette, Hardeman, Haywood, Madison, and Shelby. So we're still watching this track of storms as a line continues to move across Tennessee and Mississippi, and it'll begin to push toward the Tennessee River. We're seeing some weakening with these storms, but still they're packing a punch with a lot of heavy rain, Jim.
Thank you very much, Wendy. So we are going to go back to our regular programming in just a moment, but to summarize, the heavy thunderstorm activity is out of the Shelby County area and moving out of the Memphis metropolitan area, and will move across the eastern parts of the News Channel 3 viewing area as the evening and the afternoon wears on. Now, that's tornado watch that goes until 6 o'clock. Could very easily be canceled, but until it is, we are watching out for tornadoes in the entire News Channel 3 viewing area, and will continue to do so until this bad weather's gone. Be prepared for power outages if you can. We've already seen some, and we're going to have to be prepared for some very cold temperatures in the forecast tonight. We'll cover all of that on News Channel 3 at 4, 4:30, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock tonight. In the meantime, it's for Windy Nations. I'm News Channel 3 meteorologist Jim Jaggers at the Severe Weather Center, tracking the storms for you.